Hey, so this is a 3D printed storage system I designed for holding coffee. It can hold pretty much anything, but this is part of the Gen 2 storage system I came up with. And this version right here is kind of just a fun variation of things you can do with it. So in this kit, I found a very affordable way to do a glass top that fits perfectly. And yeah, I'm gonna use it in my house for storing K-cups for coffee. So I'll show you how to make it. So this is the Gen 2 240 by 2 wide drawer case. And this will fit pretty much most of your average size printers. Decor 1, pretty much most of the Bamboos. If you want to print the larger drawer case, you need to have like a Prusa XL or a printer that can print around 350 millimeters. But we're going to assemble this one first. And to do that, I've already prepared a lot of the hardware on here. You can see how to do that in most of my other videos. But essentially, you have a drawer case and you have the foot rails. The foot rails are kind of optional in this project if you're printing just one drawer case, because you could just attach feet to this if you don't want it to slide around. But yeah, I've already gone through, there's M3 nuts in here, and we're just going to slide that right onto here. Now, this confuses people sometimes. There are two parts to the foot rails. There's the foot rail lower and upper. The lower allows you to attach feet to it, and the upper is what interfaces with the drawer. And there's two parts because if you want to go wider, adding additional drawers to the side, we will stagger them and they'll create a continuous connection between all the drawers. So I'm going to slide these together. And now it's together like this. This also kind of raises it off the table, which gives you a little more room to, the handles lower depending on what faceplate or drawer you go with. We're just going to screw this in. So using an M3 by 10 screw, we're just going to screw these together. You can see it threading into the nut there. Okay, and now we have that. All right, so next up, we're going to add the top, which I found these cutting boards that are just the right size for this. And this is a special top that we're going to use that will, essentially it's got the indents for the little rubber feet on the cutting board. And yeah, we're gonna slide this on. If the feet don't match on the cutting board you could always, they're just stuck on there. So I figure they can just be moved around. So you slide this on, it snaps in place, and then you just add this to the top. And that's literally the assembly. It's just sitting on there and it's not going anywhere unless you take it off, but yeah, so that's the case. Next we'll do the drawer, and for the drawer it's pretty simple. We have the Decor drawer, which again, that's a 240 by 2 wide by 1 high Decor drawer. For the faceplate, I chose to go with the Gen 2 Decor Chevron faceplate, which this would require a handle. But I ended up doing this cool process where when you import it into the slicer and you split it to parts, it randomizes it. So it creates, color variations that are pretty unique. And for the filament, I love doing like wood filaments and different things. These are actually RPLA from Prusa, and they use recycled materials, and it reminds me a lot of like wood fill filament. Just really nice colors that don't look like plastic, and I think with this project it matches the coffee theme perfectly. So first things up, we're gonna slide this onto the front of our drawer. It's got these rails right here. It's just gonna snap on there gently. And then we're gonna take, I have two M3 by 10 screws, or we're gonna line up the screws with the back side of the holes on the faceplate. And then as that starts coming through, we can take our handle here and get it started on there and screw that into the handle. These handles are set up to self-tap with M3 screws. So once they're tight, you don't want to over tighten them or you could strip them out. So yeah. And there we go. That is the assembly to the drawer. Pretty simple. And you could be done here if you're not going to do the insert, but the insert is literally just a printed insert. This one's a little tight fitting, but it's all right. But yeah, that's it. And we'll slide that in. And that's the full assembly. Now let's make a bigger one. Okay, and next we're gonna make this twice as wide. And to do that, we're gonna use the foot rails here. And these are the ones that we just assembled earlier. I'm gonna take those apart. So here we have 240 by 2 wide foot rail, lower. And I'm gonna find or print another one the same exact size. So this is making 4 units across, right? So we're gonna take that one, it's a 2 wide foot rail upper. We're gonna slide that onto both of these. And that's gonna hold it together. But to get the right height on both the sides, we're gonna use these 1 wide units and slide those on. And there we go. Now we're ready to slide our drawers back on there, drawer cases. So we're just gonna slide those from the back. Like so. And we're just gonna screw those on. All right, and then we're just gonna take our frame for our tempered glass right here. We'll slide that on. There we go. Now you have the option here of, you could either use one of your smaller pieces of tempered glass, like earlier. Well, 2 of them, I mean. Use 2 of them side by side. Or I found this, which is exactly twice as wide, which has a much cleaner finish. Either way works. Yeah, and from there, you simply just add the drawers in. And there you go. And what's cool about this is if you want to add more storage at a later time, you can just keep building these up. For instance, we'll add the 4 wide drawer to this. So this is a GEN2 240 by 4 wide, 1 high drawer case. So we're gonna slide that on. And there we go. That is all the way on there now. And just like I did with the 2 wide drawers, this is a 4 wide frame for the tempered glass. Okay, so that's snapped in place, and put that on there. And there you go. That is a lot of storage for K-cups. I honestly was really surprised how affordable the tempered glass pieces were. Worst case scenario, you might have some extra for cutting boards, since that's what they are. So kind of a fun project that I think looks really well. And it's fully modular, so if you want to always build onto it, or do something completely different with it. I mean, this might look good in the office, not as a coffee K-cup holder, but as general storage. The frame is really strong, so you can put a lot of weight on this and it's not gonna work any differently. So, I mean, yeah. If you enjoy designs like this, or you want to support the Gen 2 project, check out the links in the description. And thank you to everyone who supports this project. Gen 2 has over 200 models now, which is just crazy. I put a lot of time into these and I really enjoy making them, and your support just makes it that much more worth it. There's also some new functionalities coming that I've been working on for years, and I am almost ready to release them, so I'll get more details on that soon. Thanks.